gonna go looking for critters, but until then, we're gonna take a look here at the garden right quick, because I tell you what, I put the old Cub Farmall to it the other day and fertilized it with some ammonium sulfate, and guys, you ought to see the difference in the corn now.
Garden at night.
Yes, Danny in the Wanda's going to holler, Danny in the garden at night. The camera's a lot brighter than what it is out here. It's really low light. We got the light on the camera. But the Danny corn is looking awesome, guys. It's about, it's a good 12 to 16 inches tall right now. You can see still a little bit of moisture down in the bottom of the rows, and we've got heavy rain coming. I think it's tomorrow during the day sometime, maybe in the evening. But the Danny corn looking awesome, guys. Look at that. Now, next week, we're going to lay it by. We're going to come in and put the final fertilizer into it, and we're going to lay it by, and it's going to be done. Now, Miss Wanda has done traipsed off. She's way down yonder. Let me see if I can find her down here. There she is. She's way off down yonder. We're tying our ribbon through the woods here. We've had absolutely no problems from any critters so far, but she's trying to make sure, because you see right here, we still got one row of taters to dig. We dug the 2 rows that was here, the French fingerlings and the purple majesties. We got them dug. We're going to go back probably this coming week. We got some temperatures coming in the mid 40s, so we're going to hold off till probably midweek, and we're going to plant 2 rows right here of, we're thinking about going with pink-eyed purple hulls. And now there is some here's some onions here that we planted. These came into our store here in town. I knew it was too late when we bought them, but because, I mean, let me say this, because it was the right day of length for the onions, but we have to plant our onions if we want a bulb in November. And these we planted in February. Now they're making a small bulb, and that's okay. You see they're going to seed already. They just, they're probably done all they're gonna do now that they're going to seed. But they've got some probably, no, let me see if I can pull that up there. Probably some 2-inch bulbs on them. Nothing really spectacular. Now these are the, I believe these were the Texas 1015s or something like that, I believe. The garlic's on the other side. These are the elephant garlic. We got to get in here and get some of the weeds out of there. I haven't plowed or anything in here between this, because these onions, we're trying to just let them do their thing. And more than likely, they're just going to end up being green onions, because it's just the wrong time of the year for them. We'll get over here one day this week and hoe all this out and get it all cleaned up. And I may back the Cub up in here and take the sweeps on it and clean the middles of these rows out. It just depends. We've got a lot going on over here at Pecan Grove. We're going to be moving cows this week. We'll be showing that over on Patreon. We'll be doing an update on the Danny corn, the plowing of it, and all that'll be on Patreon. But you can see the Danny corn looks real good, guys. We're fixing to head out here in a minute. I hear the thrashers making their noise. And when you hear the thrashers, that's the last bird you hear before dark. That and the mockingbird. So we fixing to get ready to head out with the old Olight and see what we can find in the dark. Well, guys, we have just got our new light in from Olight. It's called a Marauder. I really like this carrying case thing on it here. It's got everything is Velcroed good. Plus it's got you can hook it. It can hang. It's a good tight Velcro. Now this light is nice. It comes with a lanyard that hooks on it, and it's an adjustable one. You can mash the button in, slide it up, tighten it down. This one, this little light's heavy. I'm gonna tell you something, but this is a bright light. Now it's got a lot of features to it. See this right here, when you rotate this little wheel on it here, if I rotate it to this side, this is your battery condition all the way around it right here. That tells you your battery condition. Now, I'm gonna shine it right here on this because we can see it right now. This is your spotlight. Now, when you rotate this button, it goes down to dim, or if you rotate it clockwise, it goes up to like super bright. Now, it also has another feature on the light that if you hold this down for 1 second, you get a red. You hold it down 1 second, you get a green. You hold it down 1 second, you get a blue. And all of those are adjustable too. You can turn them down, or you can turn them up to really intense. Or you can go back to your spotlight. Now, while we got it on spotlight, there's a switch on the light right here. I don't know if we can see it right here or not. There's a switch. It goes from spotlight, you flip it backwards, it goes to flood. Now, when it goes to flood, it's pushing 7,000 lumens. Now, that is a bright light. If you need to be able to see something, part of that is right. But if you need a spotlight, you can flip a switch and you instantaneously have a spotlight. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this thing is really nice. I really like the difference in the colors.
If there's any turtles.
I don't know if you see them at night.
That flashlight you got too. Ah, yeah, you ought to be able to see something. Oh. Next project.
Building a pier. See him in the water? Big old moccasin laying there.
Turn your light down a little.
Let's do this right here. See him laying there?
Yeah.
He's about 3 feet long. Laying right there in the edge of that water.
Wow.
They come out at night.
So if somebody had walked up here to hunt, to fish late, or walked up late.
Yep. I just happened to see him laying there when we went by.
So we got to be careful.
Yeah, especially after dark.
Which means Wanda ain't walking out here again to help you dump fish.
Yeah, they are.
Not at night.
They could be more of them laying around the edges.
All right, what you found?
I found a turtle, but he went under. Yeah, that was a big old moccasin there, man. It ain't running through the pipe yet, is it? Nope.
No, no water. You see the bugs.
Oh yeah, you see the bugs.
Look at the bugs.
They're following this light.
They are. Put it on the, what's the other beam it's got? Yeah, that's the one you need. I can see better. I can see all under the trees for that one.
Yeah,
That one shines
That one shines.
everywhere.
just looking for what's been digging up everything, you know.
The armadillos.
A lot of times they'll come out around their edges.
here at night.
Yeah, I've never been on the property at night.
It is our first night out on this property at night.
Yeah, it is our first night. Sometimes we can stop up here, but not go just hear them in the woods. It's dark.
It's very dark in these
It's
woods.
really dark.
Turn it off.
I
Oh,
disappeared.
I mean, pitch black.
Pitch black off in these swamp down here.
Oh my. Okay,
Yeah.
turn it on just in case.
In case what?
Snakes.
Ain't no snake gonna come up here in this ranger.
I hope
We
not.
gotta listen.
We'll turn the light on.
The light's getting hot. I can't leave it on.
You're gonna make me sit in the dark with the
Gonna make
camera.
me sit in the dark down here in the swamp.
And with the camera going and
I
it's
used to do
black.
it all the time, deer hunting.
Okay, so we need a light on. What are we listening for?
Leaves rustling or something.
All I hear is this
Muffler.
muffler.
Contracting from it.
All right, I'm spinning y'all around, and this is total darkness.
It's dark. You can't see your hand in front of your face.
No, I've got the hand in front of the camera.
Yeah, look at that. You got your hand up there.
Okay, there's Danny. Y'all see him? Okay, turn the light on so they can see.
All right, hang on.
All right.
I'm sitting here. It's just that dark.
It's just that dark in these woods. Oh my goodness.
We ain't in the city, folks. We in the real woods.
This is for real men, huh?
Yeah, this is.
And women.
Yeah, when I go deer hunting, this is the way it looks a lot of times. I go in with a flashlight. When I get to my stand, and I get up in my
like
stand,
4 in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning, this is what I see right here.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. I have to listen with my ears.
All right, we're gonna listen a while, guys.
That's it. Clover. Blueberries.
Pecans.
Yep.
How far will this light shine?
That pond's way down yonder. Look at that. You can see anything on that hillside, on the dam. If there's anything standing down in yonder, you can see it.
Now put it back on the other light.
It's only for close up, so you can't
Yeah,
see
it's
the
for
pond.
close up. You can't see the pond when
See the
it's there.
pond now. Well, guys, we made it back to the old barn we've been working on here on the property. I've got it all lit up now. I got it ready for the cows, and got the electricity pulled in here and everything. I think we're gonna enjoy it. But you know, the Olight here, the Marauder, is a 7,000 lumen, 600 meters. That's a long way, to be honest with you. Really, it's a good light. I really like it. I want to thank Olight for sending that to us. We'll definitely be using it here on the place a lot. As you can see, it's a really bright light. Now this is their 16th anniversary that they're having a sale on. So if you want one of the Marauders, there'll be a link in the description down below where you can go check them out. It's as you can see, I mean, I don't know if we ever got a really good look at it. You can see the front of it there is LED lights on the front of it here. It's got a nice, I guess you'd call that a kind of a metallic green or maybe an OD green looking color. Got a nice rubber grip.
Grips.
Yeah, it's got a real good rubber grip on it there. It tells you all about it here when you turn this here. You can see the lights come on all the way around. That tells you the battery condition.
Oh, and it charges.
Yes, it charges from the end. This is magnetic charge on the end of it. Now, I will say this: if you get this thing near something that's a strong magnet or something like that, it may
It
might mess up with the functions of it a little bit.
But it charges with the
USB.
USB.
Yep. You take a USB plug it into it. It's got a magnet, snaps right on the end of it, just like all the other Olights. As a matter of fact, you can probably use the same one for all of them.
You can.
But I can tell right now, me and this one's going to be buddies. I have the tactical one that has been one that I really, really liked because it's like blinding bright. But this one is
that up close light where it shines.
Where it floods. This one floods out a lot more.
You can see everything.
Yeah, the other ones don't quite flood out like this one does, but this one just floods in a big area. I mean, we have all the LED lights on in here. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't even know how. I mean, see how much brighter it is?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. And that's with all the lights on in here. It's that bright. Look at it. So it's way brighter than the LEDs that's in the building here. So anyway, guys,
we got one snake.
We got a snake tonight. Yep. Was hoping for an armadillo or something, but because we got one that keeps.
But moccasins are deadly.
Well, moccasins are they're deadly.
So that's a
big. Grandkids around the pond, and all that kind of stuff. I always like to get rid of the moccasins. But we got an armadillo that's leaving ankle twisters in the yard and around the barn here and places like that. We also got one back at Deep South that's rooting around the chicken pen under my fruit trees and all, so we may go back and look for him. But you know what, guys, do me a favor. Don't you do me a favor? In the comments down below, let me know what would you do with an Olight if you have one. You know, I mean, because everybody uses them for different reasons, and lots of times if we put the reasons why we use them in the comments, it may be something that nobody else has thought of, and it helps everybody when we all put our comments in. And you know, while you're there, go ahead and hit the like button, because we're being shadow banned really, really bad. And if you could hit that like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell, every time we put a video up, you'll be notified. And it really helps us out a lot. And then you don't miss the good content when we put something out. Now, tonight was a journey for us. This was mine and Wanda's first night on this piece of property after dark. So, it's kind of interesting to see how everything looked after dark. I think Miss Wanda got a little nervous, so when
snakes.
Yeah, she was nervous with the snake. I told her, I said, why didn't you get out on the Ranger and walk around where you could see me when I shot him, you know? And she said, I ain't getting out on that ground.
Plus, in the woods, it's really, really dark.
Plus, when I took her off back in the swamp back there and turned the lights off, and it was just black. I mean, there's no lights. No moon, no lights. It's just like, you can't see this. When you do that, you can't even see it. So I think I kept looking over there, and she had the light on the phone on, and I think it was just I think she was getting a little bit nervous. I'm used to it. I mean, you know, when I go hunting, or used to go hunting, I don't hunt no more hardly, but used to, I'd 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd hit the woods walking. Sometimes I walk miles to get to where I had to go. I walk in the dark. I use a lot of time use bright eyes, and you take this light when you walk through the woods with bright eyes. You can flip that light on, and you can see your path all the way down through the woods like that. You know, so. And then once I got to my stand, I didn't ever turn my light back on again. Now, I did have a instant one time when I had a baby bear. I call it a baby bear. He's a little black bear. He climbed up my tree stand with me, and got right to my tree stand. I think he was more curious about what I was than anything else. And I didn't know what it was. I just heard the bark clicking and climbing up the tree, and I flipped my light on and looked, and I saw this little black bear coming up the tree, and I'm like, this ain't gonna be good. But he went back down the tree, and then I went down the tree and left, because I figure if there's a baby bear, there's a big bear somewhere. So, but anyway, guys, check out Olight. I think you'll like them. Thank you, guys, from Deep South Homestead.